Hello, so we have a very exciting game between 9Q players on IGS where White managed to kill a huge dragon in the middle and also some small groups around it, like the one on the left and the one in the middle top. But White also lost the top group that shouldn't die. Actually, there were lots of interesting tactics to check this game, so let's have a look. So Black starts with a Hoshi and Komoko, and White goes for a Komoko and a 5-4. And here Black played his first strange approach, this kind of shoulder hit on the fifth line. Normally, Black should think about preventing the corner enclosure with a move in the 3-4 or San or 5-3. Playing this kind of move just allows White get a very large corner, so White simply blocks. White can also think about the San. It's like having the San right away, and then when Black approaches with a Keima from the outside, then White goes out with a Keima to get ahead on the fourth line and build more in the corner. So this would revert to this kind of Joseki. Anyway, blocking the corner is very good. So Black Hane, White blocks, very nice, and Black goes down. Black should actually connect solid, White will descend, and Black can extend with a 3-space jump. So this is not that terrible after all. So now White blocks the entire corner and Black makes a shape, which is good, connecting against the C5 cut, but White can take away the extension. That's also a nice spot. White can also come all the way to C9, because for Black it's quite nice to extend C9 for a base. So let's say Black just plays on the bottom, for example J3, then Black will extend again on the left side to fix his group. Anyway, the idea of playing C10 is also very good, because if Black takes a tiny base at C8, this is over concentrated, and White can go back to the top left corner to play the high Shimari, and that's a good relationship with C10. So Black is trying to step out. White blocks, very good. White can also push at C9, because like this Black still doesn't have a base, so Black needs to pull back. And now White can turn, Nobi or attach. So this way White can get a pretty nice moe on the top left and also come back and reinforce the bottom area, while Black is simply running out with his weak group. Anyway, pushing up like this is good too. Black is supposed to Nobi or come back and fix the base. The invasion it's a little bit overplayish. So here normally White should block the corner, then when Black comes out to fix his invasion, White can cover with a Hane or take away the base with a Keima. Playing this shoulder hit it's a bit questionable, because this gives Black more space to maneuver in the corner. Black can push out once and then slide, or Black can play a one space jump approach, Hane, and then go out with Keima. So this way Black will go between White groups. It's strange why I decided to slide right away. Black decided to slide because like this White can cover and connect his stones. So Black should try to split White stones here first. So White simply covers. That's already a successful fight locally. Hane is also good. And White should just block or play Atari and Atari and then play away. On the left side, White can play a one space jump to take away the base, then Black goes out and White extends also. So like this, White will build on the fourth line while Black simply runs into the middle to save his group. So White just turns. Playing the Hane right away allows the Atari, and then Black can choose to play away, because the top left corner will leave even without playing another move. So Black can take away the extension from the wall in this case. but black is still in danger with his bottom group. So white turns, black pulls back, and then white connects. Now if white goes Atari and Atari again, then extend from the wall. When black plays the cut at d12, white can sacrifice that stone. And white is still very strong on the outside and can continue attacking the group. So that would be better order of moves. Now again, black is already alive in the top left corner, so he should take away the extension in the top, either high or low. White is not going to play c17 because it doesn't affect the lower group at all. And if this happens, black will just play another move in a big area. So playing this move, it's a bit strange. It's just a neutral point. White can simply defend with a hanging connection. Descent is possible too, but that leaves some cutting points. So playing the hanging connection, white doesn't have to worry about the wall because this cut doesn't work for black. White will simply capture in a net. Now when playing the descent, the group on the left side is still alive, and black can defend approach all the way, threatening the cut and escape. So when black plays a move like g16, white still needs to protect against the cut, and then black can extend back to reduce the influence. So it's like white is wasting a move at d18 in this case, but black protected. So let's see the life and death in the corner. If black goes g16 and extends back to k16, if white simply blocks b11 and black defends, when white gets into the corner, the group will leave. There is no way to take away the eyes, and black also has the option to play a18 if he wants to make some extra eyes, but he already got 2 eyes, so nothing to worry about. It's enough space to build 2 eyes, therefore this c18 it's not necessary. And the block, it's already too late, also no need because the group it's already alive, so it's just an endgame going for a few extra points. Right now we're in Fuseki, so you gotta think of playing the large points in the open spaces. So this was slow too. The connection, it's also not important, so when black plays away, if white captures one stone, it's gote, and then black can approach again, then take another big point. So like this, white's influence, it's actually down to pretty much nothing because black has 2 stones in front of the wall. So black played the slack move too. Now white finally extends from the wall, that's good. Then black cuts, but it's a bit too late. And here, instead of extending on the second line, white should jump ahead on the third line. There is no way for black to push through and cut because white will just capture. Well, in this case, white can play 1 Atari and then take the top stone. So white is connected and black is still on the run. And if white pushes, black pushes from behind, he's just building a floating group into the center, and he doesn't really want that. It's not healthy at all to have this kind of dragon to take care of. When this happens, black has a weak heavy group in the top and still a weak group on the left side, so the fight is very comfortable for white, chasing and build while attacking. So playing second line, black can consider the Kosumitsuke next, which is a good Tesuji in this case. So when white plays a Hane, black has the wedge, Atari, and now he's already connected by capturing some stones, or just Atari here and then take the 4 stones. So in this case, white is supposed to play some empty triangle, which is ugly, then Atari, connect, and then again crawl and go out like this. Also, black can simply play a 1 space jump and then run. Well, once again, black has the Kosumitsuke to force white into a bad shape and then run out. But actually that area is not interesting for black to fight right now. Black should just play away, take some big points. But once again, instead of f70, f18, white should get ahead at f17. Now the way the fight went on in the top, it's to white's advantage. White pushes, but then crawl. White should cut, because now black has only two liberties. So when black goes down, trying to capture the 3 stones in the top, white will just play Atari and it's done. So in this position, black has to save his stones in the middle. If black goes Atari and connects, now the top stone is already captured, so white's group is connected. And white doesn't even have to worry about the liberties. I mean, white doesn't have to take the stone right now, because black has only 2 liberties and white has 4. So white can turn into the center and try to catch the other stones, or at least separate the groups and then get something out of this attack. So crawling, it's really not the best option here. Cut where you can cut, and when black goes out, white can push again and then capture the top stone. In this case, white still has a weak heavy floating group in the center. I mean black, so he's still on the run. Now instead of crawling again, white can think about a cut. Well, in this case, black can Atari, then Atari again, Atari one more time, and separate the top stone. But even if this happens, white is happy to capture those stones in the middle. The mark group, he's got no chance to escape anymore, so white is connected like that. And black needs to play another move to fix his top side, but right now it's white's turn. So I can even jump in and fight. So the cut is still an option. Now white has to crawl. That's a bit sad. In fact, the cut is still playable, because on this cut, when black goes out to rescue his stones in the middle, white can push in center first and then block on the outside. Now black has only 2 liberties, so black has to Atari. The throw-in doesn't kill the top. White still has 3 extra liberties, so black is forced to Atari here too. Then Atari to go out, then push again, and white has time to go out and try to kill the other group. So black needs to get ahead one more time. Now Hane in the head of the group, so black has 2 liberties. Atari couple of times, but the problem is when black covers, white can just block, and now there is no way for black to play an Atari because it's self Atari. So if something like this happens, black gets captured everywhere in the end. Well, there's a lot to read ahead, but everything starts from cutting. And again, if black tries to resist with Atari and Atari, the ladders are broken, and when black turns around to kill the top, white already captures those F16 stones. So white has like 5 liberties, black has only 2, which means white can play away. Now if black connects to expand his liberties, white will just cover. 2 liberties left, so white again kills the middle in order to connect his top. So the top group shouldn't die, but in the actual game it did. Hane is fine. Black can play a Hane also, and then connect. Because the Hane in the top is kind of sente, meaning that if white cuts here, black can Atari and capture 2 stones. So black protects against that cut, which is fine. White jumps, but white is still in trouble in the top, so white should actually Nobi to fix the top group, because the group on the left is pretty strong. And here black will probably push through in order to make some I shape, and then white can attack on the right side. So white jumps in the center, black turns, that's good. Well, black can still play the Hane first. On the push, black should Nobi or Keima to make more I shape. If black plays the Nobi, white is not going to come out from that single stone, because anyway it doesn't work. And then white attacks on the right side, that's good. For black to defend the top right corner, black can start with a peep threatening to cut the entire group, and then connect back with Kosumi. Now white needs to jump out from the top, and then black has time to add another move in the corner and secure like 15 points in that area. Playing this move, it's a little bit heavy, and black still needs the peep and Kosumi to fix the corner. So this way, white is on the run in the top, but it's hard to catch that group. But at least black keeps the corner. So black decided to extend on the right, but this move doesn't really affect the R11 group, and it's also wrong direction in case of trying to enclose the corner, because black can use P3 or O3. And on the right side, black should go all the way to R9 to put some pressure on the white stones. So white needs to jump out and then again protect the corner or play a Shimari in the lower right area. So this move, it's kinda slack. Good attack in the top left, top right corner. And instead of pulling back, white can play the Kosumi. This connects to the top, so when black Hane, white links under, and then black also needs to secure the corner. In the end, the position will be something like this to stay alive in the corner, which is a bit painful. Trying this Tetsuji, it's a bit too much. First of all, that corner should be surrounded, so white needs another move here, and then when black plays away, Kosumi from the right side, and then think about some ways to kill it, but eventually black will play another move to stay alive. So right now, that fight should come to an end, and white should approach the lower right area and extend back. This is the last open space on the board to fight for, especially in the opening. So that was an overplay, R18. And this attach, it's an overplay too, because in this case black can just cover and connect, and like this white dies in the corner. Luckily there is only space for one eye. I think white is trying a combination that's usually happening with the sun formation. So let's say we have a Hoshi, then Keima, then this kind of move, and white has an approach or a base on the side. So usually when white invades the corner, then he can use S5 and pull back to gain some profit in center. And I have the feeling that in the top right, white is trying the same kind of follow-up, but it's a bit different. Because normally when black covers and white goes back, white doesn't have space to live inside. But in the other variation in the corner, white can live. So yeah, that's a little bit of confusing, but it worked in the end. So black gives up on a few points and protects the corner like that. This is a big point. So it's O3 for black to secure the corner. Another big point to expand on the bottom. So now we're pretty much done with the large points of the Fuseki. And black is invading desperately, but that's a bit dangerous, and well, it's also understandable. The thing is, black has a weak group on the left side, so if white leans on the left side group trying to kill it first, white gets stronger, and then with Kosumi, white can surround the invasion. So this way black can just die inside. No way to build twice. Well, white can also think about playing the Kosumi right away, but it's nice to put pressure on the left side. If black goes out, white can Atari, and the left group, it's in big trouble. Actually, it's dying. Like this, there is only space for one eye on the side, and there's no way out in the middle. White is pretty strong in that area. So attach, then wedge, Atari under. Black can actually go up, because if white captures a stone in the net, black is happy to take the other two stones and leave, with damaging the corner too. So in fact, white should play Atari from the outside, and connect on the outside, again threatening the group on the left first. But black decides to sacrifice a stone and connect in order to break the connection on the bottom. But like this, white got the Ponuki, so the left side group is still in danger for black. And white decides to invade. That's a pretty good move actually. And on the Hane, white should think about the Hane under. Now here black usually protects the corner like this, and if black blocks again, white will capture one stone to fix the group, and then black has to jump out here. If black connects against the cut, white is strong enough to surround this group too. So on this move, black has to choose very carefully the follow-up. The crosscut actually helps black. Well, this Atari maybe it's too much. Black can just Atari in the corner, and if white goes down, black will go out. So white has to give up the stone, and this is a strong formation for black in the corner. This way, black shouldn't come back to take the cornerstone, but connect, because now it feels like white played a peep instead of a cutting point. And even if white tries some magic in the corner, white is pretty hurt on the outside. So in this position, the corner will survive. Hanen connect. Yeah, this is already alive. But the outside stones are all in trouble. So white is paying a big price in the center of the board for making a life in the corner. This would show more fighting spirit by black. Like this, white is still okay. Atari and take a stone in a net. That's good. Keep connected, and black is still on the run with two weak groups on the bottom. Yeah, it's good to pull back. That's a bit too much. Black should just run out. Now when black plays the peep, white can resist and push through. Very good. And white can actually push once again. Because if black connects, white covers, and when black tries to exit, white has Atari and Atari from behind. So the group is captured. Therefore, when white pushes here, black has to extend again, and then white connects. And now the groups are separated, so black has a bigger headache. If black is trying some kind of cuts here, then he will lose the bottom group. And in the end, white is fine. Connects the groups by killing. Alright, good to protect the cutting points. Black is still on the run. Instead of connecting here, Atari from the outside is good style. So when black takes the call, white connects, and again, it affects the group on the left side. And if black defends the left side, white takes back the call. So black gets ahead a little bit. Good to push and separate the groups. This fight is going very well for white. So black has a problem with the middle bottom group, and also the group on the left side. It's about to die. So white first jumps out and encloses the left. Very good to play the bamboo connection. So black is still on the run. Now if white simply pushes on the left, just Nobi, there is no space to build twice. And this is already good enough to win the game, to build that entire left side. So peep like this, trying to kill the middle. Get ahead, separate the groups. So far so good. Connect your own stones. Black is still on the run. White doesn't have to block here. White can just Hane and try to surround the group. If black pushes once, white will block and it's fine. Now Nobi, split the groups, very good. Try to connect to the right side. And somehow white managed to separate the big dragon from the top and the right. Here is good enough to play the Hane. And if black cuts, then Atari and push through. And if black again blocks, white can squeeze and then capture one more stone. So white is going to make territory on the right side while separating the big dragon. But it worked like that too. Yeah, very good to cut because black has to come back. And black is not alive in the middle now, but he actually had the chance to survive. So when white plays Atari on two stones, black doesn't have to connect. Black should honey in the center, then white needs to connect the two stones, and black has a can play a tiger mount to connect his group. And like this, white is just capturing two stones. But white doesn't care about two stones right now and kill the left side instead. So connecting here was slack. Then black had another chance to rescue his group. When white cuts like this, okay, black captures one stone in center. Instead of playing Atari here, black should just cut the two stones. Because now when white goes out, black goes out too. White can't cut here because it's self Atari. So white's only option is to go out between the groups. But black can extract this stone and then block. Now there's a shortage of liberties for white in the center. So white will Atari, black turns. When white capture turns, black can connect or take the stone. Again, white will put himself in Atari by cutting. So for white, there's the chance to escape here, but black will capture the group. And if Atari and Atari, again, white is captured in the center. So there's really no way out for those stones, which means black can connect his dragon. So there was a way for black to escape. But once black played this Atari, now that variation doesn't work anymore. Because white could capture this in center and then turn and come out with Atari. So this way, black is just losing more stones. And here, white made a small unforced error. These three stones, white can capture by turning. So this is a net. Because white still has three liberties in the center. So when black plays, for example, this move, white can Atari first and then capture the three stones. And that group in the top will die too. Playing Atari from this direction, which is also empty triangle, allows black to turn, which will impact the stones in the top. So black sacrifices more stones in the middle, but captures everything in the top. So the thing is, why shouldn't lose the top group? That was completely unnecessary. It's important to capture in a proper way. But anyway, it doesn't really matter because uh, the large black group in the middle is still dead. So this doesn't really affect the outcome of the game. Here black is losing more stones. Black should block like this and then turn on the left side, try to make some eyes here for this group. But already this is a position where black can resign because the dragon is too big. Now this move is no need because anyway it's difficult for black to connect those stones, and yeah, it's not going to affect the semi in fact. And why should push here, trying to take away the base on the left side and kill those stones too. So if black tries to link, white can wedge, and again black has only very few liberties, so there is no way to fight the semi. Also, it's impossible for black to approach and play Atari. So even if black makes an eye here and tries to kill the group, white can just play away now. And then, yeah, it's still impossible to do something here. Eventually, it's just a self Atari. So white doesn't really need this move. This one neither. Maybe white just wants to show black that he can resign already. Yeah, this is a fine move. Take away the liberty to prevent the double Atari. But let's see. So if white plays away, black will Atari, white connects, black can push, white blocks, black takes the ko, white can take a liberty, black will play Atari, white takes back the ko. Now if black plays some ko threat, for example threatening an eye by playing this move to descend, white goes down, black takes the ko, white takes the other ko. Now when black goes Atari, white captures this ko and the group is in Atari in the top. But this is actually a coin step, so black will Atari, connect, and take back the call. Oh, now it's a direct call. Okay, so white should prevent this happening. Therefore, it's okay to play another move here, or even a move here to prevent the double Atari. So, yeah, there is no way for black to approach. This is fine. That's okay. That looks like a time suji. Throw in. That's kote. Black can only make one ice, so there's no need to remove that one. Better push here. Now black hane. Okay, this you need to connect. Hane here, a desperate cut that just killed the left side. Fine. And black just died in gote. But white is jumping a bit too far here. Black can attach and separate because the clamp doesn't work in this case. So for white to extend on the right side, should just play Kema S9 and then go up. So black pushes, then he realizes there are no eyes. This move is also no need. There is no way for black to connect under, so white should go back and protect at S9. If black plays the hane, white separates. Atari take, so white has two eyes. Then black takes a liberty, and white goes Atari, but it's still no need, because if black plays a double Atari inside, this is actually self Atari, so white will capture the group. And if black connects here, now white has time to Atari from the outside and then capture. So there were a few unnecessary moves, but overall, white outplayed black pretty much from the beginning. So I hope you enjoyed this review. See you next time.